To prepare for the likely early arrival of Kobe's prime, the Cavaliers owner made a bold move and recruited a top-tier backcourt weapon for Kobe, with Hughes, the reigning steals champion and first-team all-defensive selection, becoming Kobe's new partner. The Cavaliers instantly assembled a big three lineup that was extremely rare during the 2005-06 season. Theoretically, Kobe was only in his third year in the league and was unlikely to achieve much. After all, James, who entered the league in 1996, and McGrady, who came in 1997, both high school draftees, had either teamed up with O'Neal or partnered with Ming. Despite playing for 7 or 8 years, they had produced nothing but flashy stats on losing teams. All thunder, no lightning. However, the bold Cavaliers owner was unwilling to waste even a second of Kobe's prime. He had seen Kobe's silent hard work with his own eyes and believed that his investment would one day bring Cleveland its first championship trophy. In contrast, the Lakers' owner in Los Angeles was embarrassingly cheap, with management decisions so poor they were painful to witness. Despite having a top-tier small forward like James, he refused to equip him with suitable teammates and coaches. Throughout the entire offseason, the only move they made was swapping Butler for Brown, with no other operations. Worse still, they brought back the fraudulent so-called Zen Master, who had once caused James' overall rating to drop rather than rise during his prime. This foolish move completely buried LeBron. Objectively speaking, if the Lakers had made just one more quality addition, they could have returned to the playoffs after a one-season absence. Of course, relying on his exceptional personal ability, LeBron still earned considerable individual honors. Not only did he edge out Kobe for a spot on the all-defensive first team, but he also became one of the rare players to win the Defensive Player of the Year award as a small forward. Because of his strong presence, Kobe, who switched to small forward for the first time this season, could only regretfully miss out on a spot on both All-NBA and All-Defensive first teams. Fortunately, this adjustment not only benefited Hughes, but also helped improve the team's record. As a result, the Cavaliers finished second in the Eastern Conference, trailing only the star-studded Miami Heat. However, seeing Wade, another member of the 2003 draft class, outperforming him in both team record and individual performance, Kobe was still furious, as he simply could not stand the feeling of being just second best. Thus, going on a rampage in the playoffs became his best way to vent his anger. But as the regular season came to a close, both Hughes and Bertuzzo suffered injuries, making it difficult for the Cavaliers to easily overwhelm the Celtics with their star-studded lineup. Moreover, Pierce clearly had no intention of being dominated by a young upstart. So after Ilgauskas struck first, Pierce immediately loaded his gun, ready to teach this hotshot a lesson about who the true top small forward in the Eastern Conference was. Thus, the two best one-on-one scorers in the league began their duel without a word. Pierce went all out to close out on Kobe, but Kobe, with quick eyes and faster hands, slapped the ball away from Pierce's shot, sprinted down the court, and threw down a violent dunk. Kobe's fierce response left Pierce humiliated. On the next possession, Pierce set himself up to lock down Kobe completely, and Kobe eagerly took on the challenge. Neither needed his teammates to set a screen. Their polished offensive skills and relentless defensive intensity perfectly embodied what it truly meant to be a top-tier basketball player in terms of presence and responsibility. But compared to Kobe, Pierce had a huge disadvantage. Every time Kobe missed a shot, Z, the supercenter, was always there to clean up the mess. On his own side, apart from Davis, who was intent on proving himself and kept grabbing shots, there was no particularly reliable teammate to rely. Therefore, gradually the Cavaliers overtook the Celtics, while Pierce was powerless to stop it. As a result, Kobe's 28 points on 10 of 26 shooting didn't convince him, and he publicly claimed that Kobe only won because he had better teammates. Hearing this, Kobe sneered, but being competitive, he noticeably increased his aggression against Pierce in Game 2. In the latter part of the fourth quarter, Kobe attacked Pierce relentlessly on offense, driving and shooting, while playing airtight defense on the other end. In just a few possessions, Kobe had the upper hand, and Pierce's touch went cold. Later in the game, his teammates hurriedly set screens for Pierce to shake off Kobe's harassment. Although Pierce was outplayed by Kobe on both ends, unable to stop Kobe's offense or break through his defense, his will to win was undeniable. Even with his shot off, he never hesitated to carry the team on his shoulders. After missing several shots, Pierce still bravely took the lead, switching from shooting to driving, attacking the rim aggressively to draw fouls. Under his tenacious leadership, the Celtics gradually chipped away at the deficit. As time grew tighter, the Celtics intensified their trapping of Kobe, extending their help defense from the paint all the way to the three-point line. Rivers had players double-team Kobe from various angles, putting the Cavaliers in a tough spot. With less than a minute left, a resurgent Pierce scored on a low-post isolation against Kobe, cutting the lead to just 4 points. The Celtics quickly doubled Kobe again, forcing other Cavaliers to take shots. After a series of passes, Gooden decisively nailed a three-pointer. And with that surprising shot, the Cavaliers once again defeated the Celtics. However, Pierce still believed that Kobe only won because he had better teammates. This was undoubtedly a direct challenge from Pierce to Kobe. So upon arriving in Boston, an enraged Kobe gave it his all, leading his team to a dominant sweep of the Celtics, ruthlessly demolishing them at the Garden without mercy. In Game 3, Kobe dropped 27 plus 3 plus 9 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks, while holding Pierce to just 8 of 20 shooting. In Game 4, he went off even more, exploding for 51 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, while again limiting Pierce to 9 of 22 from the field, completely dismantling the Celtics. Yet despite this, Pierce still insisted that he simply had worse teammates than Kobe, which set the stage for their future rivalry. In the second round, the Cavaliers once again faced the 76ers, whom they had swept the previous year. Although the 76ers recruited defensive specialist Barnes to deal with Kobe, Kobe was no longer the same green player he once was. More importantly, with Hughes and Varejao returning to the lineup, the fully loaded Cavaliers were an absolute powerhouse in terms of both roster depth and height, not to mention their incredibly tenacious defense. Thus, for just 5 games, the 76ers once again became a stepping stone for the Cavaliers to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. In last year's Eastern Conference Finals, the Cavaliers lost 2-4 to the Pistons. However, this year, the Pistons were eliminated by the Heat in the first round 4-2. Although the Pistons had changed coaches and lost Wallace, it was still clear that the Heat were no ordinary regular season powerhouse that only bullied weaker teams. The Cavaliers would have to bring their absolute best to have any real chance at winning, but it was only after actually facing them in battle that they realized just how overwhelming the Heat's roster truly was. Inside, they had the devastating force of Shaq wreaking havoc in the paint. Outside, Walker was unleashing a barrage of three-pointers, while Posey served as a top-tier 3 and D specialist to contain Kobe. Most importantly, regular season MVP Wade moved almost effortlessly, scoring at will. Thus, in the first 2 games in Miami, the Cavaliers were thoroughly dominated, with Game 2 entering garbage time early in the contest. Kobe and his team had truly run into a major predicament if they lost Game 3 as well. Having assembled such a formidable lineup this season, it would undoubtedly be a colossal embarrassment. The Heat, of course, understood the stakes of this game as well. Win, and they would surely advance to the finals. Lose, and they would be letting a tiger return to the mountains, leaving endless trouble ahead. So when the game tipped off, not only did the Cavaliers throw everything they had at attacking the basket, but the Heat also dared not take the slightest thing for granted. Although Shaq was no longer the dominant force of his prime, a dead camel is still bigger than a horse. As long as he could catch the ball in his sweet spots, he remained a highly efficient and devastating scoring weapon. Thus, the two teams, both built around an inside-outside offensive system, engaged in a fierce battle. However, in the second half, the Cavaliers clearly fell behind. With just over 4 minutes remaining, they trailed by as many as 7 points, putting their situation in grave danger. Whether Kobe could still turn the tide remained to be seen.
The ball goes to Kobe. Kobe shoots a three-pointer.
A three-pointer like a bomb. This three-pointer is incredibly important for him. The Cavaliers finally get a chance to catch their breath.
Wade catches the ball. Wade goes for a layup, but the shot doesn't fall.
He is a very tough scorer, and he and Kobe are truly worthy opponents.
Kobe spins for a layup, but his strong drive is blocked by Wade. Wade's vertical leap is just too fast. The ball goes to Wade. Posey catches it. Passes to the right. Walker gets it. Shaq. Goes up against Ilgauskas, and the Heat seem to be in a scoring drought.
O'Neal really looks visibly older.
He takes the shot, and they get a second chance. Big Z is really dominant on both ends of the floor right now. He's giving Shaq major trouble.
Wade on the perimeter. Shaq sets a screen. Miami misses again.
This is Snow, being guarded by Payton.
The ball goes back to Kobe with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kobe forces a shot. It is a tough one, but it shows real responsibility. Posey gets the ball. Passes it to O'Neal. Passes to Wade.
Walker takes a corner 3, trying to break the deadlock. And this three-pointer finds the bottom of the net. The Heat's role players are too tough.
The Cavaliers call a timeout. This situation is really dangerous for the Cavaliers.
If they lose again, it'll be 0-3. This is Snow.
The ball goes to Ilgauskas, and he is going head-to-head with Shaq.
Big shoots a fadeaway jumper. Good.
Big Z nails this crucial shot. The matchup between the two best big centers in the East will undoubtedly decide the game's outcome. Yes, it is a shame. Shaq is on the decline, while Big Z is in his prime.
Wade spins and attacks the rim, and the shot goes in.
Wade's offense is so smooth, his style of play is really pleasing to the eye.
Kobe drives in. Unfortunately, the ball gets blocked. Cleveland retains possession. Kobe catches the ball at the top of the arc. Passes it to Snow.
This shot is very tough. Snow really shows the stabilizing role of a veteran.
Wade drives into the paint. He is covered by Big Z.
Shaq comes over to help. Passes to Posey. The ball goes to Walker. A long-range shot. The rebound is grabbed by Hughes.
Cavaliers counterattack. Kobe throws down a powerful dunk. This play is so violent.
This dunk is full of force. This is Kobe's response to Posey, blocking him early. He really pays back a grudge.
Wade shakes off Kobe's defense, rises up, and knocks down the shot. Wade truly lives up to his nickname, Flash. His speed is incredible. Kobe and Big Z run a pick and roll at the top of the arc.
The referee blows the whistle. Kobe is fouled on his shot attempt and will go to the line for 2 free throws.
He sinks the first one, cutting the deficit to just 2 points. He makes the second as well, going 2 for 2 from the stripe.
The duel between Kobe and Wade is a joy to watch. Neither is giving an inch.
Wade now has the ball. But this shot doesn't fall. Great defense by Kobe. Kobe hoists a three-pointer. And Walker grabs the rebound. This is absolutely the most critical moment of the game. They have to find their rhythm. He takes the shot from the corner. And Ilgauskas secures the rebound cleanly. With 5 seconds left on the shot clock, the game is winding down. Here is Kobe's.
Kobe passes it to Marshall. Marshall's layup misses, but Kobe grabs the ball. Takes a step-back jumper. And hits the floater. Miami calls a timeout.
After Kobe's floater goes in, the Cavaliers momentarily step back from the brink, but the game is far from over. They cannot afford any lapse in concentration.
Wade drives into the paint and is fouled on his layup attempt. Wade's burst of speed is simply too fast. Fouling him might have been the only option.
He sinks a crucial free throw. Going 2 for 2 and gives his team the lead. Brown calls a timeout.
If they can hit a shot here, they can win the game. With only 2 seconds left on the clock, they might just have enough time to catch the ball, take one dribble, and get a jumper off.
Kobe launches a game, winning three-pointer. It is good, it is good! Oh my, oh, what a spectacular
The ball
game.
goes in. This is the most important three-pointer of his career because it steals a buzzer-beating victory for his team.
Ultimately, Cleveland triumphs over their opponent. The odds were stacked against them before this game, but with tonight's win, they're back on track. This team has shown incredible grit. They don't care about the odds. They just keep fighting. Suddenly, the direction of the series is in their own hands.
The Nets settled the tide turn. Kobe's game winner not only ended the match, but also steadied the team's spirit like a stabilizing force amidst the storm. In a critical moment, a single shot decided it all. The demeanor of a true leader is unmatched. Kobe's game winner acted like a shot of adrenaline. Once Game 4 tipped off, they quickly found their rhythm on offense. Kobe's scoring range stretched across the entire half court, whether it was a back-to-the-basket floater in the paint, a fearless posterizing dunk over a defender, or a pull-up jumper off a screen. Kobe, proficient in every skill, unabashedly displayed his full arsenal. On defense, the Cavaliers locked down both the perimeter and the paint, holding the Heat to just 10 points in the first quarter and establishing an early lead. However, with 40 seconds left in the game, Wade refused to give up, constantly trying to turn the tide. Fortunately, in a crucial defensive possession, Kobe stole the ball from Wade, completely sealing the game and dragging the Heat, who had seemed assured of victory, into the quagmire of a decisive Game 5. Everyone was eagerly anticipating a head-to-head showdown between the two premier young stars, Wade and Kobe, for the untamed and fearless stars of the 2003 draft class. This was a duel they had long awaited. With just over 5 minutes remaining in the game, the intensity between both sides reached a boiling point.
Here is Snow.
The ball was tossed up, the pass was deflected, and O'Neal came up with the steal. 6 seconds left on the clock. Payton hoisted a three-pointer. The ball was secured cleanly by Gooden.
That kind of shot is really tough for Peyton at this stage of his career.
Kobe pulled up from deep for a three, and what a spectacular shot that was.
Whoever guards him tonight is in for an exhausting night.
The shot was blocked. Kobe dribbles off the floor. The ball goes to Snow.
Then back to Kobe. Kobe draws the double team.
Ilgauskas catches the ball.
Wide open, and he knocks down the jump shot. Kobe's offensive gravity created an excellent look for teammates.
Peyton passes the ball to O'Neal. The rebound is secured cleanly by Gooden.
Big Z's defense was very tight, not giving O'Neal an inch.
Hughes catches it, passes back to Snow to reset the offense. On the perimeter, Kobe Ilgauskas posts up and receives the ball. 5 seconds left. Kobe Wade is guarding him. He rises from the wing. Ilgauskas gets the ball. Nice defense by Shaq. The battle in the paint is intense.
3 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock. A 6-point deficit.
Peyton on the perimeter. Passes the ball to Wade. Long-range shot.
Ilgauskas grabs a rebound.
Now Kobe has the ball.
The referee blows the whistle. Wade fouled him on the shot, and he'll get 2 free throws.
The first free throw is good. And he makes both.
Wade shoots from beyond the arc, and the three goes in.
Wade is truly skilled and bold. That was such a decisive shot.
This definitely wasn't the defensive plan they had in mind.
The ball goes to Hughes. Kobe.
Kobe throws down a powerful dunk. Wow, that play was absolutely dominant.
So explosive. Kobe dunked right over O'Neal. This has to be the #1 play on SportsCenter.
Miami calls a timeout. Riley must be very dissatisfied with his team's defense. With such a star-studded lineup, they rebound by 7 points instead.
3-point attempt. Oh my goodness, a reaching foul on the defender. That three-pointer almost went in. Now he is going to the line for 3 free throws.
That defensive closeout was way too aggressive. It backfired on them.
Yes, when defending a three-point shot, you have to avoid fouling at all costs. Now the opponent has 3 free throw opportunities.
The first free throw is good.
The second is spot on. And the last one misses. But they still get 2 points out of it. Kobe catches the ball on the wing. Posey guarding him. 5 seconds left. Kobe fades away for a jumper. Passes the ball, and it is back in Kobe's hands.
The Cavaliers' offensive possession was incredibly tough.
Peyton passes the ball to Wade.
Wow. That was just too ferocious.
That dunk was absolutely unstoppable.
Wade is just too good. Now, let's see how Kobe responds.
Shaq comes up with a monster block.
Wade turned around for a fadeaway jumper, looking for a bank shot, but missed. Kobe drove into the paint, got hit hard by Shaq, and missed the shot. He was immediately awarded 2 free throws, and the referee called a foul on O'Neal. The first free throw was good, and their lead had extended to 6 points. He made both free throws, pushing the margin to 7 points.
After a few free throws, they gradually took control of the game.
A floater came up. Blocked by Big Z.
The ball went to Snow. Then back to Kobe. Kobe turned and hit a fadeaway jumper, nailing it cleanly.
It looked like the Cavaliers had the game in hand.
Peyton on the perimeter. Passes to Wade.
Wade drove straight in for a layup. It was a cool finish. Unfortunately, they were running out of time.
The ball was passed to Ilgauskas.
The Big Diesel served up a rejection. At this point, if they wanted to tie the game, some special circumstances would need to happen on the court. Wade drove into the paint again, cutting the deficit to 5 points. Wade's speed was incredible, and his quick counterattack had suddenly turned the tide of the game.
Now Kobe had the ball and needed to steady the ship. Kobe drew a double team and got stripped.
The Hates were about to launch a full-scale counterattack. They needed to score quickly. Yes, time was running short. Posey. The ball went back to Wade.
A three-pointer went up. It was good. He had cut the lead to just 2 points.
After a spectacular performance by Wade, the Heat unexpectedly gained hope for a comeback. Unfortunately, Hughes, sent to the free throw line, sank both shots to extend the lead to 4 points after Walker missed a three-pointer. Snow's 2 free throws luckily rimmed out, but the rebound fell to Kobe, the Cavaliers' most reliable free throw shooter. Peyton had no choice but to foul Kobe, sending him to the line, ending the game's suspense for good. In this matchup, both Kobe and Wade scored 28 points, showcasing their equal brilliance and living up to their status as the league's anticipated future faces. In the upcoming games, who will have the last laugh and who will claim the 2006 championship? Folks, to find out what happens next, stay tuned for the next chapter.